In my mind, no cemetery is complete unless there's a mausoleum. Today's adventure takes us to Oak Lawn Cemetery here in Dwight, Illinois. There's over 4,000 graves in this cemetery. Many graves going back to the mid-1800s. The earliest graves about the 1820s. We have a grave here of a Civil War Congressional Medal of Honor recipient. We're going to find that grave, Henry Fox. We also have the grave here of Frank Smith, who was a U.S. Congressman in 1919 and 1921, corrupt U.S. Congressman. We're going to find his grave as well, plus many other things. So come with me as we explore Oak Lawn Cemetery. Okay, here we are, Oak Lawn Cemetery near Dwight, Illinois. We have over 4,000 graves here, which just absolutely blows my mind. Here we have William Bennington, private, died on September 3rd, 1926. Boy, every cemetery I go into, every old cemetery I go into has Civil War soldiers. Martin, Company H, Illinois Infantry. Thank you, sir. Here's his stone here, 1844 to 1921. Thank you. So I will have to go back to the camera microphone, which will have a lot of noise, because of course it is windy. There's one that's fallen over in the ground, erected by J.P. Bartholic in memory of his mother, who died March 13th, 1855. Very nice marker there. Okay, I wanted to get this monument on film because it's just a matter of time before this one's going down. I mean, this one is leaning at a good 20 to 30 degrees. Looks like William H. Keachum. Hard to tell on the date of death. Keachum there at the bottom, and it looks like there may have been some writing there at the very bottom, although indistinguishable at this point in time. Got another one here, and not able to read that one. 1882 it looks like, as far as death goes. That's about all I can read on that one. Just fantastic tombstones in this cemetery. Okay, so one of the people we want to try to find today is Henry Fox. He was a Civil War Congressional Medal of Honor recipient. He was the captain in the Union Army. Joseph here, Mary, his wife, and Ellen below that. And he won the Medal of Honor when he was Sergeant in Company H, 106th Illinois Infantry, for actions on December 23rd, 1862, near Jackson, Tennessee. He saved a bunch of his co-soldiers, saved many of them. And here we are here, coming up to Henry Fox's gravesite. Here. Thank you, Captain Fox, 1833 to 1906. Medal of Honor. That's quite amazing. Quite amazing. pan the cemetery here, you can see the scope of the cemetery. Absolutely huge. Fantastic cemetery. Look how beautiful that is. Marker says Miller at the bottom. There's a single column as if it's still being chiseled out of stone. I mean, look at this detail right here. Just great detail on those leaves. It says Company H, 52nd Illinois Infantry. Miller is the name. And if I back up here without tripping over a gravestone, we can see the name is Amos Miller, 1844 to 1912. Obviously another soldier in the Civil War. Fantastic. Okay, this one here says Harry on it. Very hard to read anything else in there. But what I saw that caught my eye was on the back side of Harry's stone is this. It's like a small child lying down at eternal rest. And then there's a stone right here that is no longer legible. There must be a small child or infant laid to rest there. That one I cannot read. I assume it's a Morgan because I see a lot of Morgans here. Richard Price Morgan Jr., civil engineer, doctor of engineering. Died in 1910, and here's his father, Richard Price Morgan, also a civil engineer. 1790 he's born, died in 1882. Wow. At the age of, looks like 81 years old. Wow. This one is unfortunately unreadable at this time. We have a baby here. July, it looks like 1885 on that one. Okay, we're here with the Diffenbau, I believe that's how you pronounce that name, monument. I thought this was very interesting because it's one large piece. And that's it, but very large. Interesting monument. Got one here for Mammy. Mammy Haggerty died 1882, 22 years of age. Caroline Haggerty died, hard to see, 1880 something there. A nice obelisk standing about, I'd say it's about 10 feet tall. The other side, we have Nettie, wife of, is that C.L. something Haggerty, 1884. Over here we have Watson stone. John Watson died 1879. John Henry, 1881. John Curl, 1883. There's a lot of Johns. We have a James Harrison, died 1876. And Freemason symbol again. Talking about 10 feet tall. Very nice. Yet more soldiers. Civil War soldiers. This looks like James Harrison, 44th Illinois Infantry Unit. Have another one here. Always have to film the Civil War soldier tombstones out of respect to them. Frank. Something Ford, it looks like. Kind of hard to tell. It's a little worn. Again, Illinois Infantry. Thank you, Frank, for your service. I'm going to head over here now. In my mind, no cemetery is complete unless there's a mausoleum. And yes, this cemetery has a mausoleum. Calais is over the door. Maybe that's Kelly. Either Calais or Kelly. And as we approach the door, we see that it is indeed locked. And we can see inside of it, there is a two doors, but if you could see beyond those doors there are crypts. I see, looks like Leslie Kelly on the bottom, and on the top is Mary Kelly, and that's all I could see right now. Very, very nice. Very nice mausoleum. So we can see it here in full frame. As we walk around to the side of it, it does have a small window on either side, as you can see here. And as we go to the back, looks like. Beautiful, beautiful mausoleum. Okay, as I mentioned in my opening, we have the grave here of Frank Leslie Smith, 1867 to 1950. He was a U.S. Congressman from 1919 to 1921. He was appointed senator in 1926 upon the death of William McKinley, but he was not permitted to qualify due to charges of fraud and corruption in his campaign. Go figure. An Illinois politician corrupt. Never hear that at all. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So we take a walk over here. We have old stone here. Ella, it looks like. Glendale, looks to me, 1893. What I want to really look at over here, there's an obelisk that is huge obelisk. In the middle of this, what I call mound, hill, because it seems like most cemeteries are on a hill. Before we go there, this is very old. Looks like a wreath pattern there on top. You can see that here, but I can't make out any other details, unfortunately. Fortunately. Let's see if there's anything on the other side of this one. No, nothing on that side. I'll have to look on Find a Grave. Maybe it'll give me some information. We have here Ameza died. It's hard to see when Ameza died, but of course you have the shaking of hands commonly seen on these tombstones. You can see how tall this one is. This one is got to be close to 30 feet tall. Let's see whose monument is the tallest in the cemetery. It's David McWilliams, 1834 to 1909, and his wife Louisa Weegley, 1834 to 1891. McWilliams. So we continue to look at some of these markers in this cemetery, Oak Lawn Cemetery here in Dwight, Illinois. We've got Robert Sipe, Private U.S. Army, 1897, August 31st, 1974. Thank you for your service. And again, there's just so many. I don't think I could film all of the memorials here for the soldiers. Fortunately, this wonderful marker appeared to have toppled. That's too bad. And here's one that is extremely old. Perhaps some kind of a bird or swan or something on that one. Sarah, maybe? Very hard to tell on that one. We got Clarence here. Private First Class U.S. Army, World War II. Thank you for your service. We got another World War II veteran, U.S. Navy, Russell Thalman. Thank you, sir. And here's one of those markers that has a photo of the people buried here. We have James and Valjean Harris. You can see their photo here. She doesn't look extremely happy to be there, but hopefully she was. And some more. Brooks Mason, Private First Class, U.S. Army. We have Alfred Maycock, Pennsylvania. And we have one here. We see the cross at the top. Unfortunately, can't read the rest of that. Okay, that's going to do it today from Oak Lawn Cemetery here in Dwight. Again, I apologize for the wind noise. The microphone that I had bought, it's not working right. Hopefully my video, when I was doing the Borough Lives video, hopefully water did not damage it. I'll have to take a look at it. Great cemetery, over 4,000 graves here, going back to the 1820s. Thanks for coming along, and until next time, keep exploring.